What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Season 10, Episode 7 of the Husky Fat Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan. To my left, y'all know him. We love him. He is the 6th, 7th, and 8th wonder of the world.
All three.
Mr. Scott motherfucking Jones. Who? Scott Jones.
Big dog, how you living, brother?
Man, we here. Weather's nice today. It poured down rain last night.
It poured down rain
We
last
got a little
night.
lake outside.
Yeah, no, we do. I do want to state. I know we were supposed to go live yesterday at Carson Fight and Fitness. We will be there Thursday, next Thursday, a week from today. I promise. I apologize for all the people that were looking forward to that. So we will make up for it next week. Extenuating circumstances, weather, vehicle issues, babysitter issues. But we've got a show for you today. So this one's going to be fire. We are going to bring in here in just a matter of seconds our main event for the Dog Pound coming up April 18th. We got Corey, the Outlaw Piercy, and Nico, the Bear Torres. Fellas, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're just going to get right into this thing, and I'm going to start by asking you guys each a question, and I'll start with Nico first and let him respond. Then we're going to go over here to Corey. So for those of you guys, if you guys have been living, living in your own world or living in a closet, these guys are going to be fighting the main event. Both of them making their pro debut in the light heavyweight division in the small gloves division for Husky Fat on April 18th. Nico, I'm going to start with you, man. I know you've had quite a bit of amateur fights. You've got an amateur background. You felt the time was right to turn pro. Why go small gloves kickboxing in your pro fight debut? What made you decide to go that route?
Well, I like small gloves. It's just, I don't know. And then to get used to more of the MMA aspect too, I'm gonna be doing a lot of MMA, so I just wanted to get, used to the gloves, I guess you can say.
Yeah, you get adjusted to it, or if and it looks like based on your fight pass, you primarily fought MMA too, so that's probably what you're comfortable with, punching and defending. But I'm going to turn around. I'm going to ask the same question to your opponent, the Outlaw, Corey Piercy. Corey, you've had a handful of amateur fights. You know, you're in and out of jiu-jitsu. This guy's more active in grappling, striking, you name it, than about anybody I know here. What made you decide pro debut, and then what made you decide to go small gloves for your pro debut?
Well, pro debut first. I've been around for a while. It's time to go ahead make that next step. That's something I always wanted to do. And then little gloves is just what I'm used to. I like little gloves a little better. I think it's cool. But yeah, there's nothing real crazy other than just the fact this is what I'm used to doing, and I've trained mainly in little gloves, so I'm trying to overcomplicate things.
Sir. Yes, sir. Now, Corey, back to you. This question's for you specifically. Now, your dad's one of your. Is he your head trainer or one of your head trainers? Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, my dad, he's the head trainer. That's the man.
Is he? Is there any extra added pressure? Because I know your dad was a fighter back in the day too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know, or at least he's been involved. He's a lifelong martial artist, kind of like yourself. Kind of brought you up in it. Is there any added pressure having to live up to your pops?
No pressure at all, man. Get out there and do my own thing.
Sir, got to be yourself. Nico, you're coming from. First off, tell everybody which gym, where you train at, and which gym you're coming from. I know you're coming from Abilene, but let everybody know a little bit about your gym and where you train at.
It's zombie jiu-jitsu. We do obviously jiu-jitsu. I came from Cali, so it was pretty much the only gym out here. It's a pretty small town. It's probably like roughly 100,000 people here plus. Well, probably different now because there's an AI center here, but when I came, it was pretty small still. So, I mean, it's a cool gym. Everybody knows each other. It's like a family, so I like it. So I like small gyms. Big gyms are kind of like, coaches usually cater to the higher level fighters, or the little guys don't really get paid attention to, but I mean, I like it here. It's pretty cool.
All right, I got a question for both of you. One, is it obviously y'all use the big gloves, and like you said, it's more familiar with y'all, the two of you having small gloves. But is it one of those things where you really got to be more technical and making sure you're getting your hands back up with those small gloves, knowing that it's strictly stand up? You can't rely on taking the your opponent down if you're getting clipped.
Corey, you go first.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You feel a lot in those small gloves, man. So definitely gotta keep your hands up. Just be smart. Be smart. Get after it.
Nico, less room for error in the small gloves on defensive wise for sure.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you can feel them with 10 ounce. Imagine 5 ounces. Yeah, you gotta be, you gotta have your head on swivel with the small gloves for sure.
That's kind of what I've seen, and I've seen some adjustments now that small gloves has kind of taken off, not just in our promotion but in other promotions and stuff. You'll see a lot of guys that were so used, especially to blocking hooks with a big glove, just with their hand right there, and that glove is big enough to cover it up, and they do that one time, and that hook gets through that small glove and lands right on their noggin, man. So it's an adjustment. It's adjustment to defense for sure, man. You got to implement a little bit more head movement. The beauty of it is I feel like there's more hand manipulation and more different things you can do like that to create better shots, more open shots, more angles and things like that. But Nico, I wanted to ask you a little bit. What do you think about your boy, the Iceman over there? I don't know. I think that's still his name, or Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Roderick Struett. What you thinks on him, man? That guy is a wild man. I'm a fan.
Yeah, he's doing big things, that BKFC stuff. He's why he's trying to get me on that. But I'm like, I don't know. 5 ounce gloves are pretty tough. Imagine bare knuckle. That's something else. That's a whole different ball park right there.
Yeah, dude. No, I feel like he's built for it. Not everybody's built for it. He's one of those
Yeah.
guys that's just it's just built for it. I've talked to the guy. I've actually had guys that I've trained fight him before years ago. So I like the dude. I respect him. We talk back and forth every now and then. And I tell him, like, look, man, I know you're a bad dude, but you ain't got to be taking fighting guys 240 pounds, man.
Yeah,
Why not
especially,
stay
yeah.
around 185, somewhere in there,
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
All right, Corey, I got a question for you. You mentioned obviously doing
Rather-
the jiu-jitsu background and everything like that. So just turning pro, is that your plan? Get a couple kickboxing fights in, and then mainly focus on the MMA, or kind of what is your goals in this?
Man, I enjoy, just the overall grind. I grew up fighting pretty much, man. Definitely, as far as goals, I wouldn't say I'm mainly focused on MMA or mainly focused on kickboxing. I just do them both, Just everyone has to really hold their hand. I grew up striking. That's what I like to do. I like grappling. I do a lot of judo as well. So I just really just get out there and get after. I try to stay busy once a month, man. Just out there hustling. Just get my name out there. Get these wins. Get these victories. Or if you don't get the wins, you're gonna put on the fight.
Definitely. And Nico, for you, you said you're from California.
Yeah.
How long you been in the game? Is this something started young? Did you get in a bunch of fights as a kid, then you finally found a gym to get into, or where did this all start for you?
Yeah, I actually did get in a lot of fights as a kid. I started Muay Thai when I was probably around like 15, and I did it for a long time, but I never competed. I just did it, just an outlet, and had my first kid at 18, so I had to grow up, get a job, whatnot, and that took most of my time. So, and then when COVID hit, I had gotten fired from my job, and I think I was like 23, 24 at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna go, try this fighting stuff, see what's up. I couldn't get a fight for a minute because COVID, everything was pretty much shut down. But once everything got rolling back, I got my first competition. I just like, I wanted to see how far I can take it, where it leads me. My goal is one FC, but wherever I end up is wherever I end up. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much my story.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Man, that's what martial arts is about. And I can tell you, I mean, I've a similar background. I had a kid way too young, had to grow up too fast, had to go get 2 jobs, finish out school. So you and I are kind of similar in that aspect of it. One thing I will say for both of you, this is you guys, the light heavyweight and the cruiserweight division for K1 this year this is their year. This is they're pushing their tournaments in those divisions this year. So you guys, this is kind of a almost like a qualifier, and we're going to have a couple more on the next show because we are going to be doing a one-night tournament in you guys' weight class, either at 195 or at 210. So in either in your weight class or a weight class that's obtainable for you, that will be an official K1 tournament. Is that something? Obviously, we're not looking ahead. You guys aren't looking past each other. I know right now I can tell just by looking at you guys got mutual respect for each other. You guys know the game. You guys have had enough fights. You're not overlooking anybody. But things go your way. This fight is the K1 tournament, the K1 U.S. qualifier that we'll be putting on. Is that something you guys are interested in throwing your hat in the ringer for?
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, we can tell you, last year we did the U.S. Grand Prix. Was the lightweight division was the division last year. We did the U.S. Grand Prix. The winner did go fight. He fought in the World Grand Prix in Japan, 100%. So we're already in talks with them. It's going to be the same thing over and over. It's going to be the same thing this year. Only difference is right now we're going to be looking at doing 2 tournaments instead of 1 tournament this year. So it's probably going to be, instead of doing 1 8-man tournament, we're probably going to split it up and do 2 4-man tournaments, something along those lines. But they've already agreed that we are going to work out where the winners is going to get an opportunity to go fight in Japan, go fight overseas, man. So by you guys stepping up and taking this fight, and even if you lose this fight, that doesn't necessarily disqualify you from the tournament. Like I tell everybody, you show up and you do the right things. You put yourself out there and you put on a show. This is the entertainment business, baby. I'll bring you back. I've got guys that have lost a couple fights. I still bring them back every chance I get because I know they're gonna put on an exciting fight. So that's exciting to hear, and that's big things to look forward to in the future because we've got 2 tournaments coming, one in August and one in October, and it's going to be right around you guys' weight class. So if you're looking for overseas competition, looking to test yourself there, you've come to the right spot. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit and see. Corey, back over to you here. Now, I know you don't seem to me like you're a huge weight cut guy, but after your fight's over, what's your favorite thing to eat? What are you going to gnaw on?
Oh man, I always try to keep it somewhat healthy, man. I get a steak, man. I'll drink like a little Dr. Pepper or something.
You're speaking my language with steak, man.
Yeah, man. And nothing too crazy though, man. But yeah, definitely a steak for sure. And some soda.
Nico, what's your go-to, man?
Pasta. Get my carbs back.
Got to refuel.
Get some energy going and everything like that. No, definitely.
That's if it's a hard cut.
Nico, who's your favorite fighter? Who do you look up to? Not necessarily emulate, but if you emulate him, that's fine too. But favorite fighter of all time, doesn't matter the discipline. Who do you look up to?
Favorite fighter of all time? Man. Right now, it'd be Senchai. I like Senchai.
Go wrong with Senchai. Can't go wrong. Same question for you, Corey. Do you have a favorite fighter, or is there anybody you emulate?
I wouldn't say emulate. I try to do my own thing the best I can. But favorite fighter, I gotta go with Demetrius Johnson, man. It's a tie between Demetrius Johnson and Ra Tang, but I'm going ahead and do Demetrius Johnson for now.
Yes. What's crazy to me, I don't know why I find it funny, but Corey's a tall man. He's about 6'5", and his favorite fighter is about 5'3".
Yeah, just the way they put everything together, man. Like I respect the art. Like I respect it.
No, definitely. All right, I'm going to ask both of you a question. Nico, I'll start with you. What should the crowd and what should everybody expect come April 18th?
Oh, man, fireworks. I'm there to put on a show. Everywhere I go, I try to put on a show. I do my best, and I always pull through.
Over for you, Corey.
Yeah, man, put on the show. Let's get this finished, man. One way or the other, if there's no finish, man, make it worthwhile.
Yes, sir. Nico, if you had to describe your style, I'm not asking you to give away game plans or anything like that, although, it's the internet nowadays, so people can get fight footage if they want to on most everything. I know you fought in King of the Cage in California. You fought a few other things, but what would you say your style is? Are you a counter puncher? Are you a come forward pressure guy? How would you describe your style?
Um, Pressure. I like putting the pressure on.
Yes, sir. Volume. You looking to throw volume? Or are you looking at Are you more of a coming in with power shots?
Volume, and I'll sneak in some power. I gotta be. I gotta play it smart. You know what I mean?
Tap pop. Like I tell everybody that I've trained, you can't. Going back to a baseball analogy, which Dylan and I may be the only ones in this room here that like baseball, but you can't, if you do nothing but throw a fastball, even if you throw a fastball 100 miles an hour, people are going to time it and people are going to hit it, right? So you got to mix in that curve, you got to mix in that changeup, you got to mix in different variety. So if you're just doing nothing but all power, not only will you gas out, your opponent's going to time it, right? Your opponent's going to get that timing down. Whereas if you're touch, and then you pick your moments to sit down on a punch or sit down on a kick and dig into it, you're going to have better results. Corey, I think I kind of already know, having fought for me before, what your style is, and that is we're just going to call it ninja. But Corey, how would you describe your style?
Definitely a striker. I definitely stick to my basics. But if something cool, I'll do something cool. That's my dad. He's coaching the thing. He's messing me up. I like striker. I wouldn't say like I'm like a pressure counter. It just really depends what's presented. I have the things I like to do. Of course, keep my range and everything. But if I have to press, I press. If I have to counter, I counter. See where it leads you. Ultimately, get the win, man. Get the win.
Sure. Yes, sir. That's what matters. Fellas, I won't keep you too long. I know you guys got training you got to get to. You got to eat. You got to do some other things with life. I do want to ask you, first off, Nico, is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to? Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to before we let you go? And do you have any final words for your opponent here, or any final words for the fans at Husky Fat before they see you here in a couple of weeks?
Sponsors wise, I didn't get no sponsors this fight, but thank you for everybody that follows me, supports me, trains me, you know, does the best they can, and of course my family, all that. So thanks, and thank you guys, for giving me this opportunity. It's pretty cool, and I won't disappoint, hopefully, but thank you.
And you're gonna put on a show. We have no doubt. Like I was saying, I messed up the whole thing I told you guys. I started trying to talk and I forgot to switch over. But sponsors, get this man a sponsorship. He's a good-looking guy and he can fucking fight. All right, get this guy sponsors in Abilene. What are you guys doing, man? You guys got a future star on your table. Corey, anybody you want to give a shout out to? Any sponsors you want to say thank you to? And any last words for your opponent before we let you go?
Yeah, sponsors. Like my guy right here. I don't have any sponsors, man. Out here thugging it out. Out here just believing in yourself. I, of course, want to say thank you or shout out to God, of course, my family, all the people that really support me online and everything. Really appreciate it. Go out there, do the best I can, do what I do, man. No really words for anything else.
It's time to get it, fellas. It's time to get it. I can cut the tension with a knife right now. Well, hey, same thing that I said for Nico. Corey, sponsors, Tulsa area, Oklahoma. This guy's a rising superstar. You better get on the bandwagon now, because pretty soon those sponsorships are going to go up for both of these guys. So show your fighters some love, guys. April 18th, these guys are going to put it all on the line. Small glove kickboxing in the light heavyweight division, the main event. Fellas, I appreciate you guys coming on. Go get you some training in. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Yes, sir.
See you guys, man. You guys have a good one. All right, be safe.
Nico the Bear Torres and Corey the Outlaw Piercy, ladies and gentlemen, they will be here April 18th at Raptor Jiu-Jitsu in the small gloves, the pro light heavyweight division, both making their pro debut. I'm excited for it. Also for me, I love a heavyweight fight or a light heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
Obviously, the lighter weights, they're super quick. Not saying that these two aren't, but you're super quick and everything like that. But you can't blink in these ones.
No, you
can't.
can't.
One punch and someone's asleep.
And I'm going to tell you right now that these two both are the exception. I mean, we talk about speed and we talk about technique. I've seen both of these guys fight. I've seen enough video on Nico, and I've seen, obviously, we've seen Corey live in person. These guys don't move like heavyweights or light heavyweights. They've got the speed. They've got the speed of welterweights, and they're going to fight at 210 pounds. So something's going to give. You know, I'm not going to guarantee a knockout, but I'm just saying I don't see this thing going the full distance. I really don't.
I mean, I'm excited for it, especially this. I mean, these fans should be excited for this entire card. You gave me the bout sheet today, and there's like 23 fights or something on there. Obviously, it could change. I got to start putting it together or something like that.
Yeah, no,
but like I keep saying, Josh will pop it up here in a second. Scan that QR code. Go on and get your tickets now. Like, we only got a limited number of seats. You said how many one table left maybe? Probably only like 250 chairs left in there.
Yeah, there's one table.
So,
there's one table left. The reserve seats, like we do it a little bit different. It's a smaller show. There's really only 500 tickets total on sale for this thing. You know, we're capped at it because it's our small show. Honestly, this is a big enough show. I could have put this on at a bigger event center, but I want, you know, we like that dog pound vibe. You know, we want that vibe. And so, yeah, no, reserve seats are almost sold out. There's like 5 left. There's one table left. Then all that's left is general admission, and those are going fast now too. So if you wait till the day before, I can't guarantee you're going to get in the door. So especially if you guys are coming in from out of town, we've got a bunch of people. Nico's traveling in from Abilene. We've got Diamondback Muay Thai. They're bringing their whole team in from Austin, Texas. You're not going to give us a hook 'em on that, Josh? Oh, no, we're done. He's not even a true fan anymore. I had to remind him on it. He's too focused on his work.
But I mean, and
I'm
they
working.
can't,
Hook 'em horns.
right?
I'm
And
keeping you beautiful.
they can't say
Thank you.
they can't say we haven't told them either because we mentioned it every show. These tickets are going fast, so don't show up at the door and be
Yeah.
mad that the tickets are gone.
Dude,
We mention it every show.
And I get it. We're a promoter. You know, nobody believes you. Everybody, oh, whatever, bullshit. They're just saying that, right? Dude, we had that dog pound too out there in Guthrie. That thing was sold out, you know, before the day of, right? We had people calling, and there was a guy one day, his uncle was flying in from Chicago to watch him fight. Did not give him.
I remember that.
Yeah. Now, I may or may not have worked something out and figured out a way to get him in anyways. But still, the point being, you got family traveling in. Buy your tickets. You know, I'm a nice guy. Something comes up, and they can't make it. Chances are I'm going to get them their money back, or at least credit it to them the next show you guys are on. I'm not going to, you know, we're not the UFC yet. This isn't fucking Ticketmaster, right? We're not hiking up the tickets. We're not doing a no refund type of deal. At least not yet, anyways. At least.
Let me stop.
Yeah. At least not yet. So.
But no, I mean this one, it's gonna be fun, intimate vibe, and it's gonna be packed. It's already getting there.
Yeah.
A bunch of people traveling in from out of town. So yeah, go in, get them. The QR code's up here somewhere. I think down in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
Yes, down in the bottom right corner. But I'm excited for it. All the fights we've announced. I mean, I think there might be a couple on there we haven't hit yet. Maybe I don't know. There's a lot.
We've had we have, and we'll go through. We'll kind of do a rundown of them. Probably we're going to do a live podcast during weigh-ins as weigh-ins are going on.
Okay.
So I may not be in the podcast for the whole time, right? But it'll be you, and we'll have another guest here with you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to find a guest picker to come in, and you can go through the fight lineup at that time and have somebody come in and make some predictions and talk about it then. One of our marquee fights is getting switched up a little bit. Tyler Richardson's opponent, Mr. Lee, did break his ankle, I believe, in training, so he is out, but we've already got – I can't announce because the bout contract's not signed yet, but it is verbally agreed to. But we do have a replacement for Tyler. So all you Tyler fans, of which if you're not a Tyler fan, you should be, man, because that kid brings.
Yeah.
He's the most active.
Facts.
He's one of the most active fighters in Oklahoma, and he brings the heat every time. And he's not picking and choosing. He's doing exactly what I tell amateurs need to do. He's not picking and choosing fights. He's trying to test himself in the amateurs because he wants to make a career out of this. So if you're not a Tyler fan, what are you doing with your life? You need to be a Tyler fan, but there will be opponent switch for him, but it's going to be another high-level guy. You know, we're not looking at throwing people softballs, especially in the dog pound. I'm not saying that there's never been a mismatch, but it hadn't been done on purpose.
And I mean, honestly, there haven't been very many mismatches.
No.
I mean, I can probably count on one hand, and maybe not even get to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you match them well and everything like that, but at the same time, you know, you're not just going out and giving people easy fights. We're not padding people's records here, and especially in the amateurs, you shouldn't be padding your record in the amateurs. You should be going out there and getting in the work, learning, figuring out who you are and always trying to sharpen your skills. So when you do turn pro, like the two of these guys are turning pro, you're ready to go.
Yeah, no,
you've seen everything.
You want as many looks. You want as many looks as you can. You don't want to overreach. You don't want to you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to be a debut fighter fighting a guy with 8 fights or 10 fights or something like that, right? So you need to have a good coach. You need to have good advice in your corner. But if you're the guy with 8 to 10 fights, you also don't need to be fighting debuts, right? you don't need to be fighting guys with 1 or 2 fights. You need to be out there testing yourself. So I'm proud to say that, especially in the amateurs, pros are a little bit different. Occasionally, a pro debut does get a little bit more of a soft touch. That's not the case for these two. Both these guys want a challenge. They didn't want to go in against a guy, that's just coming in looking for a paycheck. Both these guys want that W, and they're going to come for it. So
no, definitely. I'm excited for it.
I've never been as excited for a dog pound card as I am for this one. And I don't know if it's just because it's been, what do they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Is that right, Joshua?
Something like that.
Turtle?
It sounds poetic to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, the amount of people, I still have my inbox blown up of people wanting to get on the card,
It's like it's full. I would put you on there if I could, but it's full.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Notifications silence.
Like normally after every show, I'm fine the next day. Obviously, I'm not worried about it, but if there was one card that I might not have a voice the next day, it's probably going to be this one.
Yeah, I may just tell you, you're not allowed to talk for the whole week leading up to it. We're going to learn some sign language.
Yeah.
Get some things going over there.
No,
but
I'm excited about it. Did you watch the UFC this past weekend?
Man, I don't.
You watched the Macy Barber and who was it?
That wasn't this last weekend though, right?
Yeah, it was this.
Was it last weekend?
Yeah.
Dude, my
days
remember
she got
knocked out,
and
then choked out in a matter of like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then the medical people, like she took her 2 seconds. She died, but she didn't know she died right away. It took her a few seconds before she died, and then the medical people are just leaving there, laying there.
Dude, that was wild. Like literally clipped, spins around, gets rear naked. Out, they break it up. She tries to grab the ref's leg, and then she lays on her back and is out. It was the strangest
craziest thing I've ever seen, man.
Yeah,
craziest thing.
What do you think about Adesanya? Do you think he should hang him up?
Man, that's hard.
4-fight losing streak.
Here's the thing: he's fought at such a high level. Everybody's like, well, he should take a fight against a lower, but you can't put a guy like that against a lower opponent, right? If anything, he becomes the gatekeeper, and then he fights kind of like how he beat Anderson Silva. That was kind of his coming of age or introducing, passing the torch or whatever symbolic shit you want to say, right? It's going to be that way for him. The guy, he didn't look awful until he looked bad. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what to say about him because I can see he doesn't have the fast twitch that he used to have. So the problem is some of that shit that he used to be able to get away with his hands down or standing in the pocket in trading and then just I hit you, you hit me type of stuff. He just doesn't have the reflexes for it anymore, right? So he's going to have to figure out a way to change up his game plan if he wants to stay competitive at that level. There's no chance. Or he could just take a massive pay cut and come fight for Husky Fat. Yeah, he started out as a kickboxer. We'll bring him back.
Bring him back.
And who knows? We bring him on. Maybe it wouldn't be a massive pay cut. Maybe that's what gets us out in the world for.
Who would you give him?
Who would I give him? That's on the Husky Fat roster.
Yeah.
Who?
Strodman.
Yeah, I mean Strobe is a little bit small for him though. He's coming in at 180, 185. I mean, maybe we just give him the winner of Corey and Nico.
Or maybe
because it would be 185,
maybe,
wouldn't it?
No, I mean Corey and Nico are fighting at 210, but they're around there. And Adesanya, he'll fight up. I mean, he fought up to fight 2. He fought at 205, fight for the 205 belt, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would be a good matchup.
I mean, there's no skills wise.
I'm talking about who would be the best contender to come out of Husky Fat and fight that. I mean, it still would be a landslide.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it to you this way. Myron Dennis isn't a heavyweight. He's a light heavyweight.
That's what I was thinking about. Maybe Myron.
Yeah, so Myron would fight Adesanya. Myron gives zero fucks, man.
Him or fucking Eddie Sims.
Myron was telling us. Myron was telling us
Gladiator.
When we were at his gym that he was in talks potentially fighting Ngannou on whatever card that was.
On the Ronda Rousey on the Rousey Carano card. Yeah. But you got to think, man, this guy's been an active dude. He's been fighting 4 to 6 times a year probably for the last 15 years, man. Yeah. That's just what that guy does. That's his life. He's I was talking to the owner of Killer Bees the other day, Mike Giroux, and he was talking about even back before Mike was even when Mike was still actively fighting and training himself before he got into the gyms. Myron Dennis was fighting, so he's got I want to say he's 21-13 in MMA, so he's got 34, 35 MMA fights. I want to say he's got about 40 pro kickboxing fights. Guy's got a lot of fights, man. That's just what he likes to do. Like he's told me.
He's good at it.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting when he's in the nursing home. He'd swear. It's like, well, dude, I'm just going to make sure I'm in the same nursing home with you, and you're my friend. That's what's going to happen.
I'm here for it. We can put it. That can be the next thing.
Nobody's stealing his strained carrots or mashed potatoes.
Husky Fat nursing home edition.
Cornbread.
Yeah. Nobody's taking shit from that, man. I'm telling you. And speaking of, I may or may not be in talks to finalize something for our June 20th card, which will be the card of all cards. Our little June 20th outdoor show in Bricktown, or may or may not be finalizing a matchup for Mr. Light Skin Dynamite on that card as we speak. So
didn't he just announce another fight he has coming up?
Yeah, he's fighting in Fury.
That's right.
He's fighting in Fury. We do have LFA is coming back to Oklahoma. Legacy Fighting Alliance. They're coming back here in Shawnee this weekend. That ought to be some excitement. The Smoke, David Wright fights out of Lovato's. I want to give a big shout out to them. I know they've been helping Husky Fat's one of Husky Fat's own, Slim Reaper. He trains out of Killer Bees, but he cross trains a few different places. And I know the Smoke, David Wright, he's been getting some rounds in with him, getting him ready for his LFA fight coming up. If you haven't seen this kid fight MMA, man, you need to check this dude out, man. The guy, he fought in Peak, it's been about last year, like 4 or 5 months ago, about killed a guy in Peak. I mean, this dude, this dude is explosive. He's a UCO wrestler, but he's really got more of a stand-up background than wrestling as all. He's just one of those explosive guys, man. You want to talk to somebody that'd fight Adesanya, that dude would fight Adesanya. But he's going to be featured on this LFA card, man. There's going to be a bunch of local guys. Tulsa's going to be represented. I know Carson Fight & Fitness got a few guys coming out of there to fight. Gage Nolan, I know he's never fought for us, but he's had a bunch of fights in the Tulsa area. He's out of that gym, out of the scrap pack there. He's going to be stepping up. I think he's on a 5 or 6 fight winning streak. I think he's the XFN. He's the XFN title holder either in MMA or kickboxing. I'm not sure which, but he's going to be fighting there. So there's going to be a bunch of fights. If you got nothing to do this weekend, go check out LFA in Shawnee. I've heard Shawnee's lovely this time of year. So, go see what it do.
Don't worry, don't worry. Hey, our mascot's down here. That's why I'm bent over.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, Oakley's in the house.
Josh will show you.
Yeah, we got a third over here.
He'll pan it down. He'll pan it down.
Yeah.
This Miss Oakley, everybody. She's a sweet girl.
She tries to act like, he's all nice and sweet, and then as soon as you leave, she jumps up on your counters and goes digging through your snacks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Huh? You love the pets and everything?
The Oakley Cam. Yeah, but you're not Potter Husky, though, although she'd be the mascot. Yeah,
Look at
there
her.
she is.
Say hi to Oakley, everybody. She's sweet girl. She gets jealous when Scott walks outside. She'll start barking because she's not outside the fence.
Yeah. She's a stalker, man. She's weird like that. She just follows me around. That's what I feel like is what happens with animals. But at least she's not dragging rabbits in. At least you don't hear screaming rabbits. She's not dragging rabbits in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I never heard a rabbit scream.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's an eek. It's very high-pitched,
to where you're like, what the fuck is this
terrifying.
noise? And how do you figure out what it was?
The first time I had no idea what it was. Now I know exactly what it is, and you can hear it all throughout the house.
So it has its own distinct sound. There's nothing you could kind of compare it to?
There's nothing. I mean, it's eek, eek. I mean, I'm sure you can probably look it up on YouTube.
How'd that go again?
But, yeah, eek. But it said, yeah, it's just a shrill, like, terrified, I'm going to die. This animal's going to eat me thing, and it's not wrong. The animal's going to eat it.
Was it Durf?
Yeah, it was Durf. Durf had it cornered and was just going to torture it a little bit and then probably eat the thing whole.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Snake style.
So I gave it a run. We gave it a running start. We rescued it, gave it a running start, locked Durf up for a couple of hours so he wouldn't go get it right away and drag it right back in. We got it in time. Normally he gnaws on it at first. These cats torture him. They'll torture these pets. So normally they'll torture them a little bit. So normally there's chunks of fur missing and meat hanging out, but it's still that you feel bad for the thing. So when you let it go, it's got no shot. Because if a cat doesn't get it, a coyote or something else will. Yeah.
Poor rabbits.
Yeah, we kind of live we don't live in the country, but we're in the city, but we got acreage and there's, a little bit of wood areas around here. So, man, we got coyotes, rabbits, all kinds of shit going on out here. But yeah, man, LFA, I forgot. Our boy Ethan Moore, the former welterweight amateur champion, he's fighting in LFA this weekend, too.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that.
I saw Devin announce that he's got a fight coming up. I can't remember if it was LFA or who it was for.
I think it may have been. It was short notice. It was an
so
MMA fight.
It's LFA then,
Yeah.
So he's
our
fighting
boy
as well.
Devin McLaughlin. Yeah. He's fought for our flyweight title a couple times. He's probably had, I want to say, 5-6 fights in Husky Fat, and he's promised me to be back this year. So
yeah, he's an exciting fighter. He's fun to watch. Hope he's staying safe out there. I know he's a firefighter, and it's been a crazy time of year everywhere with all this dry.
Crazy.
So
speaking of firefighters, did you guys see that news story where old dude was let go from the fire department? So he's been driving around the state, like starting grass fires, hoping that they would hire him back.
What? I saw that. Yeah, then he got in trouble because they figured out it was him.
Yeah. Now he's going to go to jail. But
yeah, shit's crazy. Shit is crazy.
Speaking of, this podcast is not brought to you by Mountain Dew.
But it should be.
But it fucking should be.
So if you want a Mountain Dew, you want to sponsor us, he's got the Mountain Dew Zero. I got the regular Dew.
Yeah.
Josh probably drinks the Diet Dew, the trifecta of Dews. So
we make it do what it do.
We make it do what it do, man. I'm telling you. You're not going to get a bigger push than from Husky Fat Mountain Dew. So
Facts.
Yeah.
Hit us up. Stop being little bitches.
No, I mean,
he said
yeah, that's the problem. That's the reason why these sponsors, I get a little bit too mouthy, There's a reason why there's a few organizations around here that, kind of ignore us.
That's when I throw this up.
Parental advice.
The parental advice. That's funny.
I mean, I always thought that was badass. When you were a kid, I always thought you're super cool if you had a CD that said parental advice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Did y'all see the rocket space shuttle, whatever the hell it was, that launched yesterday? It's taken 2 laps around the Earth and then shooting around the moon and coming back. It's got 4 astronauts in it.
Yeah, probably 4 laps around Area 51, but we'll go with the moon.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We don't believe anything anymore.
Right? But that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah,
watch
dude,
the video of it taking off and everything.
Yeah. It's pretty badass. Did I tell you guys weren't born yet, but I was living in Florida when the Challenger exploded. And we were actually out. I think I was 6.
The Challenger?
Yeah, the space shuttle Challenger.
Okay,
it exploded. I think it was 86, something like that, 85. Yeah. But I was out because we would go sit on we'd sit on the back porch of our house. You could actually see. You couldn't see it very well, but when it got up in the sky, you could actually see the shuttle take off where we lived in Florida, and nothing happened that day. So what's going on? And then my dad was actually working, and he was like just miles away. He could literally see the thing. So they went out there to watch it, and you see the smoke all of a sudden take off, then just so he got to see that thing
that'd be
about
crazy.
as close up as you could possibly see it.
That'd be insane.
That's some wild shit, man.
Yeah, all because of what was it, like an O-ring?
Yeah.
Doesn't our boy Luke sell those?
Yeah. When you talk to Luke, I posted that video that you had of the old podcast with Luke drumming with our boy Andy Brewer with Teddy Porter.
Yeah.
I posted that the other day. Luke is like, I'm just shaking off the rust a little bit there.
Hey, it'd be like that. Speaking of, this is kind of random, but the space stuff got me thinking. I did go see Hail Mary.
Oh,
that
did you like it?
Good.
I thought it was really good,
good
man.
movie.
It wasn't even what I expected.
What's it about?
It wasn't what I expected, but it was good.
It was, and I kind of just went and saw it blind because
I did too.
I was just was going on a date and was just trying to figure out what movie to go to, and I was like, man, Scott, when I saw that, you didn't really give me was it really good or not? And I was like, well, he didn't say it sucked, because usually they'd been like, yeah, fuck that movie. That shit was the
No,
worst
I'd have
of my
told you.
life. But it's good from start to finish. Like, it kept my
What's it
attention.
about?
It's Ryan Gosling and I'll let Josh. Josh started.
Go ahead.
Wait, my brain's not working. I'm not remembering exactly. So go ahead. I know Ryan Gosling's he's in space, right? Like they put him in some kind of time capsule to go to. Where's he going? Where's he at? He's at some far off.
Yeah, they're going to. It's a planet that survived. That's not getting. This pretty much there's this thing.
It's
that's
eating
up
the sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like in 50, 60 years, there won't be no sun, which everything will just freeze over and die.
Yeah.
So they have these people that they put on this ship to make it out there. It's a one-way mission. You're not supposed to return back to figure out what's eating up the sun to save the whole world.
Okay.
And it's just without giving away all the
No.
nuggets.
I'll have to watch it then.
But yeah, no, it's good. It's one of those ones that grows on you too. You like it the more you think about it. Like I didn't read reviews. I didn't even watch hardly any previews for it because it's one of those ones. You know, if you read reviews, you can psych yourself out and stuff. And I wanted to see this. I thought it was going to be more like that Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Just kind of how it looked, but it wasn't like that at all.
wasn't, yeah.
But it was cool, man. It was just the whole. I mean, everything about it. There was really everything about it was just. It was a badass movie. It's one of those
I
ones.
can't remember which space movie it was. Might have been wasn't George Clooney in a space movie with Sandra Bullock maybe or whoever the fuck it was. But when you think of like ways like dying, like obviously like drowning or catching on fire or something like that. But there's
I try not to think of that.
well,
but
you know what I'm saying, like just like terrible ways to die. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you don't think about it, but you would say that would be a terrible way to die, right? I can't remember which one it was, but they lost like connection to the space station or the space shuttle, and they just floating in space.
Yeah,
that would be one of the most terrifying things ever.
Because you literally would die of starvation.
Yeah,
you would just be floating until you're dead.
Yeah,
until
you run out of food.
That's got to be the most terrifying thing
hungry.
ever, right?
All you gotta do is just
open your mask. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Would that just not be absolutely terrifying?
The starvation will be over in about 0.2 seconds. You ain't gonna feel shit.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: hide your kids right now.
But no, that would be terrifying, would it not?
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Just floating in space.
And I was skeptical of that movie because it was so long.
Yes.
And with those, they're movies like that are that long. They usually take the first hour to drag out something that they could have did in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but it was
That's my gripe with most docuseries now. Like they make, Netflix and all these people, they come out with these docuseries like every other day, right? And it's good time filler for me if I got no shows I want to watch. You find a murder documentary or some shit like that. Something catches your eye, right? But they always take these stupid things, and it could be 1 hour and 15-minute documentary or 2 45-minute shows. And they make them like a whole season of 8, and it's just redundant filler shit. I'm like. Get this over with.
Yeah. Start fast forward on the remote.
Yeah.
I know we kind of went away from the fight game for a second, but I did watch some. I felt like I nerded out the other day.
Yeah.
Netflix put this new dinosaur documentary.
Mr. Shea, what's up, brother?
What it do?
Good to see you. Hey, congrats to your boy Blake, man. He's a killer. We can't wait to get him back here soon to defend that belt.
Those two, man, out of that gym. That gym is incredible.
Yeah. Hey, they won Gym of the Year last year for a reason, right?
True that.
Yep. Came back with 2 belts.
Yep.
2 straps.
But anyway, Netflix put this new documentary out about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman's narrating and everything like that. It's slow. Don't get me wrong. It's slow as shit, but it's fucking entertaining. It's 4 parts. I'm gonna have to watch it. It's super slow though. Don't come back and be like you didn't tell me. It's slow. But for me, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the shit out of it because it was interesting.
My wife was trying to get me to watch it, and I talked her out of it.
It's probably for you. You wouldn't like it. I don't feel like you might, but.
Are you big into dinosaurs?
I just thought it was super. For one,
my brothers are. They love them some Jurassic
Here's my
Park.
thing about dinosaurs. One, that was cool. Don't get me wrong, that was cool watching that. But they're so old and have been extinct for so long. I get that you can find fossils and some bones and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like they made up the fucking noise of how dinosaurs sound. How do you know how the fuck a T-Rex sounds? Or what if a T-Rex wasn't a fucking...
I'm making all kinds of weird noises this time. This ain't good.
What if the T-Rex wasn't the carnivore? It was the fucking long neck that was the carnivore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand on. But anyway, that was pretty cool though. I enjoyed it.
Man, those velociraptors always freaked me the fuck out, man.
Yeah. But no, so I enjoyed that part.
Yeah, no, hey, Ken, yeah, no, I saw that, man. He had to move up in weight. He still got the W, dude. Still got the W. Looks sharp.
And that shows your skills too. Obviously, there's weight divisions for a reason, but still being able to move up a weight and handle your business and get the win. I mean, that shows
got to perform in front of his hometown, man. That was huge for him. So we're happy for him. Happy for both of them. And I know Jason's got a big fight. He's doing a rematch. Big fight for the Muay Thai Coalition out there, and I think it's going to be in San Antonio. And that's one thing I will say, man. Muay Thai out there in Texas, those guys got it rolling, man. There's a few different organizations that's kind of come together to form this coalition type thing, and they're putting on good fights, man. If you're a Muay Thai fan, you need to check out those fights. Those coalition fights are fire. Bobby Peak's out there running them. There's a few other guys out there too. I think their headliner is going to be Peter Stanonik and Drew Gigax, who I'm a fan of both of those guys. I've tried many times to get both those guys on our show, and it just hasn't worked out yet. It's going to work out. We want to talk about somebody that would fight Adesanya. Both those guys would fight Adesanya. That's for sure.
No, definitely. And speaking of fights, April 18th, the Dog Pound is live at Raptor Jiu-Jitsu. Get your tickets now. You're not going to miss out. There's going to be nothing better happening in the state on that day. I can promise you that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. This June 20th card, I know we keep kind of teasing it, and I can't really go full bore into it. I have a hard time.
Not going full board, so actually
don't. Yeah. Well, no, it's just that we got a million things going on, not just in the fight game, but everything else, right? So it's hard for me. I try to stay focused on the task ahead, but dude, that thing's going to be nuts, man. Like we've already talked about, it's cat's right out of the bag. We're doing a boxing versus kickboxing little, not really a tournament, but it's going to be, we're going to have two fights in under boxing rules versus kickboxers, and we're having two fights under kickboxing rules with boxers versus kickboxers.
And a bunch of other fights.
And we got a bunch of other fights, man. We got Myron, like I said, we're going to have Myron on it. Rumor has it, the Hackman himself, the promoter, or one of the promoters of the boxing company, Liddell Rhodes, he's wanting to fight on this. And for those of you guys who don't know about Liddell's he was ranked as high as number 3 in the world in boxing. Former Manny Pacquiao, sparring partner, trained with the Mayweathers for years.
I didn't know he was getting in the ring.
He's got. Liddell's talking about he wants to fight on that card too.
I didn't know that he was going.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about a guy with, I want to say he's probably got close to 40 pro fights. I haven't looked up his record, but I think he's probably like 35-6.
Yeah, he's up there.
Somewhere in there. Just won his dirty boxing. Anyways, he wants his. He's seen what we got going on over there. He sees it's going to be an outside show. He knows the concert. He knows Hold Up Baby is going to be in the house.
It's going to be a whole shebang.
It is. I'm excited for
that.
It's
going to be a show, man.
I'm excited for that one.
Production's going to be out of this level. Everything holds in place. Thunder win them another title. They'll be coming back here. What better way to celebrate? What better celebrate a Thunder championship?
Back-to-backer.
Juneteenth celebration. We're going to be kicking that. We're going to kick it off with a Juneteenth celebration at the press conference, weigh-ins, live music, live concert going on, and that's just going to lead us into the big show.
It's going to be a good time, man. I'm excited for it. Thunder got 6 games left in the regular season. They play tonight. They got the Lakers, and then playoffs start.
Yeah, it'd be nice if San Antonio would lose a couple,
Yeah.
At this point, it is what it is.
Yeah. Now, are you worried a little bit that San Antonio is different? They're built a little bit different. Like maybe they don't need. You know how most teams need that. It's kind of NBA is a stair-stepper league, right? You don't go from not making the playoffs to playing in the finals, right? Yeah. You normally, like the Thunder did, right? They got past the first round, they made it the second round, and then they took that leap, right? Well, you think San Antonio is the exception to the rule?
It's hard to say the way that Shea is closing out.
Yeah.
Like, this man's just on fire. And I don't know. We just got so many weapons. And I still believe once playoff come, for the most part, we're going to stick to where we stick to. But when we play the Spurs, I think it's going to be a whole different look. It's just something that's going to just throw them all the way off.
I think so, too.
And it's going to end up being, more than likely, if we get the 1 seed, it's going to be the Spurs and Denver having to play each other.
Yeah.
Really?
I
See,
think
I
so.
thought Denver's going to be like the 4 or 5. I think
Well,
the way
I
it
think-
plays
I
out
think
right now,
the
I
way
think
it plays
how-
out, the way it plays out, we would end up playing Denver in the second round, and they would play.
Oh, for some reason I thought they would play
Yeah,
cross
I
each
thought
other's
you was-
paths
yeah, I
and
thought you
let
was-
those two go head to head and then play us.
That'd be nice.
Give them a 7-game series, just beating each other up.
Yeah, and that's another thing. We end up playing Denver. We make it past Denver. Then you got an exhausted Thunder team playing.
But I mean, we went seven
Spurs.
games
With Denver?
with
last
Denver, yeah.
year,
Yeah.
twice.
Where we tricked off a lot of games.
Man,
too.
I'll tell you what, I was at the Denver game where we won by like 50 here. Game 2, I think is what it was. I was at that game, and there were some Denver fans behind us, and they left it with 4 minutes left in the second quarter because we were up by like 40 already.
paid all that money from the high ass tickets to leave.
I gotta ask you guys a question here, and this is I say this with all love because I am a Dort fan, right? But let's just say because you know what's going to happen once they get in the playoffs, they're going to run a double team out of Shea and force him to pass the ball out to an open guy to
gonna
knock
be
down
AJ.
threes, right?
AJ show.
But Dort's going to get the start, right? And then they're going to. But if Dort's shooting like he shot this year, and Caruso's shooting worse than Dort.
Yeah.
If those guys aren't hitting, at what point do you got to pull the plug and say, yeah, they're an elite defender, but we got to have a guy to hit open shots?
Well, they did that with, not to cut you off, they did that in the Detroit game. Dort started. He played horrible. He set most of that game out. So I did see that, which I thought was interesting. He came back. I mean, I think he said like most of the second. I wouldn't say all of the third. He came back in for a little bit in the fourth, and they pulled him.
I think it's all based off how the game's going because then you can bring in who's the guy we just picked up. You can bring in
can't remember his
Mitchell, and
name
then you can
either.
bring in
that dude can shoot though.
shit. I just
I mean,
went
even
blank.
Caruso even knocked down some big threes, even though he hadn't
Yeah.
shot that good. He knocked some big
I
threes
hate
in
Dort's
Detroit.
shot. I swear that's going to touch the rafters every freaking time. The rafters
What
as
a-
he shoots. it.
Dort,
He
Dort, go ahead.
He'll have a game in the playoffs though where he'll rip off 5 or 6
Yeah.
threes.
Yeah.
You know.
I just don't think he worked on the shooting this summer. He worked on his shooting the summer before, and I just think they partied all summer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's the hardest thing, staying hungry, right? Once
yeah,
you've already got
especially
there.
when it, yeah.
They went on the who was the boxer who beat Anthony Joshua for the belt?
Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, Andy Ruiz. They went on that lifestyle for a minute. They just partied, didn't train
Yeah.
for the rematch.
J-Dub started drinking, all kind of shit.
That's one person who, man, like don't get me wrong, he played well the other night, but
Shit, win.
good lord,
He had one game where he played good.
it's
don't remember who.
unreal. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody, hear me out. Everybody was so high on.
AJ is the guy though.
Yeah.
This guy.
Everyone was so high on that surgeon who did J-Dub surgery, and he also did John Mateer surgery. But you showed how both of those kind of panned out. So maybe they shouldn't be so high on that surgery, right?
Well, I mean, then you got that conspiracy of how many people didn't play this year. Do we really need him back right now? Can we really save him for the playoff? It's a conspiracy.
He's just getting hurt. I mean, wrist and hamstring and stuff like that because
I think they were taking his time with this second injury. I think he
Yeah.
probably could have played a couple of weeks before. But they got to get him. The thing is, they got to get him in rhythm for the playoffs because he's looked like ass this year. There's no right way around it.
straight stanky booty meat.
And you can't rely on,
That's gross.
like I said, you can't rely on Chet to give you guaranteed buckets. Like you can't give him the ball and say go score.
No.
It's got to be in the flow of the game. He catches a lob, he gets out on a fast break, he knocks down an open three, but you can't just hand him the ball and say go beat a guy. He just can't do it.
he's not scoring 30 for you when you need it, if you need it.
But, big shout out to J. Will on the glass. This dude's been
Yeah.
a monster on the glass this year.
Yeah, no, he's proved. I was honestly, I was ready to start trying to push Carson ahead of him,
Yeah.
take up his minutes, and he said, "No, hold
Kaysen?
up a minute,
Yeah.
hold up a
Kaysen?
minute."
Yeah, he
No,
definitely
not
took that
Kaysen,
opportunity.
Carson, the tall white
oh,
kid
yeah,
from
yeah,
Utah.
Yeah.
He's a shot blocker and
Yep.
he can jump too. He
Yeah.
gets a lot of highlight dunks. But no, with Jay Will, he can knock down that
Knock
open
the three,
shot.
yeah.
He's another guy you're gonna have to look at bringing in if if Caruso's not hitting threes and if Jokic or somebody still having they're gonna put him on to harass the big guys some. If Jokic or Doncic or whoever he's playing is having his way with him, you're gonna have to bring in Jay Will.
Yep, you're going to have to. And
Although I think they're pretty much going to Dort or Caruso once they're playing, especially when they're playing Doncic. Dort or Caruso is going to be on the floor at all times.
Yeah,
One or the other.
Yeah, having to play
You got to
lockdown
have that. You
game.
got to have that defense out there. All
Well,
right.
Dort need to get in the gym and start shooting. Like, we talking 3,000 shots a day.
Listen to Coach Turtle. Listen to Coach Turtle.
Hey, who's winning the World Series this year?
The Yankees.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's
5 and
what's up.
1. 5 and 1.
We're going to do predictions today, but I didn't write them down.
I didn't write them down either.
I mean,
sorry.
it's a 500
It's
game
gonna be
season.
it's going to be the Dodgers and the Yankees in the World Series again.
McCain, yeah, Blaine. We always forget McCain.
Yeah. Thanks, Blaine.
We want to say thank you to the 76ers for giving us like a top-tier scorer for like nothing, like a 9th-round pick or something.
Yeah.
Bunch of clowns, man. Dude, I tell you, I was in the elevator with what's his face, the dude, the star Embiid, who's one of the best players in the league when he's ever healthy. Yeah. We were in the elevator with him coming down from the hotel around New Year's. That is a large man.
He looks large on TV.
Dude, he's like 7'2", man.
One of the most
Imagine standing next to
very
Wemby.
injury prone.
Dude, yeah, very injury prone. Very injury prone. That man sweats like a faucet. Like that dude was sweating, and he wasn't even playing that day.
And it was 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was 30 degrees outside. He was sweating in the whatever you call it, the fucking elevator. That probably just could have been because it probably thought some creepy dude was staring at him across the elevator. I don't know, but you know me, I hold it together pretty good around celebrities. I've had two minor incidents, just two.
I would lean the other way. I mean, he's like average holding it together.
You got
against
50-50?
celebrity. Yeah.
Dead
It's
ass
going to
in the
go
middle.
one way or it's going to be all right.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But yeah, we'll have our full on baseball predictions. I don't know. We may we'll see if we can get to it next week.
Well, we
If
only
not,
got 2 podcasts left. We got next week's and then the weigh-ins.
Yeah, it's either going to be next week or we may just have to do it after the show.
All-Star break.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a 5,000 game season, so
That's
we got
true.
time.
Judge is on pace for like 40 million strikeouts. He's so far 3 for 24, which, I mean,
What's
pretty good.
up, Alvarez?
what it is.
It's Christian Alvarez. I know
Yeah.
him. Just how it read it, and Alvarez just read off weird, dude. Now I
Yeah.
know Christian. Hey, that's our boy Christian. He runs the Calf Kick podcast, man.
Okay.
Calf Kick website, Calf Kick podcast. I've been on his podcast a couple of times. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be getting on not only the guys, our main event. I'm going to be getting him in touch with him to do his podcast, but also our co-main, our boy Josh Douglas and Brandon McDougal.
That's going to be a good fight.
We're gonna get them on. Yeah, that's gonna be a banger too. So we're gonna get the pro,
Yeah.
the pro and the co-main on with our boy Christian. So no, Christian's all about kickboxing, man. He's based out of Chicago. He's a military guy. He interviews some he interviewed K1 champs.
Okay.
He's bilingual, so he can do Spanish interpretations and stuff like that. So
Nice.
he's all about Husky Fat. He's all about K1. He's all about that striking game, man. So I'm hoping to get him down here if he can get off work to come hang out with us at an event and do some reporting on it, man.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Christian, man? Well, I expect you at an event this year. We're gonna put you to work. We need your reporting there.
Yes, sir. Let's do it, man. It's a banger card.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it
a banger,
is.
man.
Yes, it is. I'm excited. Y'all know what it is.
All right, guys. Well,
April 18th. Scan the QR code. Get the tickets now.
get them now. They ain't gonna be there long. Not gonna be there
And you
long.
get to see my pretty face suited up, you know.
And if for some unbeknownst reason you can't make it, live and in person, how are we gonna watch it, Dylan?
On YouTube.
The
For free.
YouTube channel. Like we've been saying,
Free.
pay-per-view is dead. Pay-per-view is dead, man. Everything, all of our content, past, present, and future, until you hear otherwise, until you see us popping off on the screen on CBS or somewhere like that, which is going to be coming, YouTube. Catch all our fights, all our live fights, all the replays, all our podcasts. We've got the Husky Fat Podcast channel. We've got the Husky Fat Promotions channel. Catch us all. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Nope. I appreciate everybody.
Oh,
Shout out to my
shit.
parents.
Christian's learning Japanese too, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude, we're gonna have to have him in live just
Is
to
that
do
Japanese?
the live podcast, man.
Konnichiwa? Is that Japanese?
Konnichiwa, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude.
I like how you whispered in the mic.
Yeah.
Is that konnichiwa?
In the words of Dave Chappelle, konnichiwa, bitches. Hey, from us to you, be good to each other. We'll see you soon.
Peace. Gentlemen, welcome to the Dog Pound!
That's it. Nice kick there. Oh! And he's out cold. Oh my God.
This is how I show my love. I'm laying in my